You tell a story in a documentary. I don't know if it was a high school basketball camp or a college basketball camp that Michael Jordan showed up to.
Yeah.
You said you shook Michael Jordan. Were you in high school or?
I was in high school. Nike camp in Princeton.
Will he vouch for this story?
Oh, yeah. He knows. Look.
I was coming out of high school as the #1 guard in the nation.
There was a guy, I can't remember his name. They say he was the toughest scout ever at the Nike camp. He had never given one a 5. That was his highest score. And 2 years in a row, he gave me 5. And Jordan came, and that's when Jordan, the way I tell a story, and it's true, Jordan was like, I'd never seen somebody as cut as him.
Yeah.
And he's so close, I can reach out. I'm at the bottom bleach, I can touch him. So I'm just admiring his body. I'm like sizing him up, not in an arrogant way, but this is how you're supposed to look.
He begins to talk to us, talking to us about the NBA, what it's like, how intense it is, and all of that.
And out of all the people there, he calls me.
Asked me to come on the court. He gives me the ball.
And I get on the top of the key, left-hand side, and he gives me the ball. He said, look, I want you to come at me with everything you have. I'm going to try to stop you. I said, okay.
I'm looking at this is an opportunity because I've been working my behind off. This is my opportunity to see right now if my training is paying off, where I am, where I stand with who they say is the best.
And I remember getting it, and I gave him a quick jab to the right, took off left, and I took off.
I'm moving fast as my feet will let me, like my life depends on it. I can feel him, hear him breathing down my neck.
And if I would have went straight up, he would have had it, but I ran through. I took something off of it, scored. People went crazy. My insides were going crazy.
Yeah.
But, when you do things in front of people, you don't want them to know you were surprised. So I kind of walked off like I do this all the time. But then he gave me the ball back. And this time he dropped it in front of me, but I didn't establish a pivot.
I'm like, I'm not going to do the same thing.
I had my right in front of my left, and I grabbed it. I went through my legs. I leaned. He bit. I crossed him over, and I laid him up. It came out the hoop. He said, he asked me for the ball back, and he told me to go sit down.
They're going crazy. I was going crazy. I was acting like, I was cool. If you saw me, the outside of me looked cool. I was acting like I do it all the time.
And when I sat down, man, I'm sitting there, I'm like, with myself, I'm like, man, I just scored on Michael Jordan twice, and it was easy. And I couldn't wait to get home to tell my boys, but that motive, I said, man, I'm on to something.